It was 50 years ago when the Atlantic Council of the United States was formed as a truly bipartisan effort to strengthen the transatlantic partnership for the betterment of the world.
Yet tonight's really more about the next 50 years than the last half century.
We have 800 guests from over 61 countries, including 5 former and current heads of state, 46 ambassadors to the United States, 30 chief executives of global companies, and countless members of the U.S., European, and other governments here tonight.
To start us off this evening is Atlantic Council Chairman Senator Chuck Hagel, one of the men who constantly reminds us of what the best Washington has to offer.
As we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Atlantic Council, we are honored to have with us one of those special leaders. I am often asked, you know Joe Biden, you served with him on the Foreign Relations Committee for many years, you traveled all over the world with him. What kind of a guy is he? My response is always the same. He's one of the few people who has spent most of his life at the center of power in Washington, D.C., and still has his soul. That's Joe Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be invited to speak to such, and I mean this sincerely, an illustrious audience. I'd be remiss also if I didn't say an extra word about the incredible events, extraordinary events of this past Sunday. There was such an absolute, overwhelming desire to accomplish this mission that although for over several months we were in the process of planning it, and there were as many as 16 members of Congress who were briefed on it, not a single solitary thing leaked. I find that absolutely amazing. And the world is a safer place today, not only for the American people, but for all people. I'm here tonight to talk about the importance of the transatlantic relationship in this 50th anniversary of the Council. 5 decades, the Council has enriched the public debate on both sides of the Atlantic. It's hard to imagine a single threat or opportunity that we cannot address more effectively if we do it together. We need each other. We're stronger with each other, and we can do more for the world with each other. Thank you.
I'm the Vice President of the Atlantic Council, Anna Eliasson-Chamis, and I want to extend sincere gratitude to all of our guests here tonight. We couldn't do our important work without your support. You are a critical part of the Atlantic Council family.
The President and CEO, and soon-to-be best-selling author,
Yes.
Fred Kemp.
President Obama recently called the transatlantic relationship the global catalyst. Quote, "Neither Europe or the United States can confront the challenges of our time without the other," said President Obama. In that spirit, we are announcing this evening a year-long campaign to create the Brent Scowcroft Center on International Security, with its aim of harnessing America's most important international relationship for this new set of global challenges. And at this crucial moment in the Mideast history, we also launched the Rafiq Hariri Center for the Middle East.
So in essence, the world today and the world of the future needs a Brent Scowcroft. And we are creating this center to embody the values and approach that have defined this remarkable American's peerless career.
It is in honor of that Brent Scowcroft, the soldier, the statesman, the mentor, the leader, and the gentleman, a man that so many of us in this room and around the world cherish and love, that we are building this center that will bear his name. It is my great pleasure to introduce General Brent Scowcroft.
I'm deeply touched by the new Center on International Security because I believe a new and complex security agenda is impossible to achieve without fresh and innovative transatlantic thinking, which is what this new Atlantic Council is all about. But equally important will be the task of establishing deeper relationships, partnerships with emerging powers outside the Euro-Atlantic area, whose cooperation will be essential for building this new, safer world. It is now my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce to you the founding sponsor of the Rafiq Hariri Center, Baha Hariri.
Ladies and gentlemen, my late father, Prime Minister Rafiq Hariri, believed in peace, harmony, and tolerance, and he gave his life promoting the cause of peace in the region. The setting up of this center is a tribute to his efforts, and I am proud to be part of this very important initiative.
It is a personal pleasure to introduce the winner of the Atlantic Council's 2011 Award for Military Leadership, and this year it is being awarded to a very deserving and uniquely talented military leader, Admiral Jim Stavridis.
This is an award that is representative of 150,000, that's 150,000 NATO airmen, sailors, soldiers, Marines who are on active service today, and they preserve for all of us our freedom, which we cherish, and our lives, which they defend. On their behalf, I accept this award. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being with you.
He runs a company whose fortune rose from a secret formula. He has a secret formula, too.
A 4-star admiral, you heard him. A 3 tenor, you'll hear him. And a Coke guy. Between 3 of us, maybe we can keep the world safe and in perfect harmony.
As a soldier and a strategist, a diplomat and a statesman, a civic leader and as a role model, General Powell, by the range of his achievements and the dedication to his service, has provided an inspiration around the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you. A few years ago, I came home from the office, and as I walked into my home, I noticed that on our private telephone line, the voicemail thing was blinking. It was my birthday, so I assumed one of my children had called and left a message because I wasn't there. So I hit the button, picked it up, and the voice said, "Colin, this is Placido. Happy birthday to you." Alma has warned me that I shouldn't sing the whole thing. The Atlantic Council Award for Distinguished Artistic Leadership allows us to recognize the importance of artistic exchange in transatlantic relations. It reminds us of how the artist and his art can serve the global community, transcend international boundaries and cultural differences by inspiring us all with their art. Placido has been and always will be the perfect embodiment of that spirit. On behalf of the Atlantic Council, it gives me great pleasure to present the Award for Distinguished Artistic Leadership to Maestro Placido Domingo.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, these words are impressive already. Ideas, impact, influence. I mean, and everybody certainly that has been here is full of those great things. Making most of my career around the world, but basically very much in the United States, I feel very much part of that Atlantic Council.
Thank you for being here. And again, a big thanks to our honorees for their service to America and the world.
Good night.